start to make some breaks, and their forwards are tired, so they're lacking a recycle. It's 15-6 to South Africa.
17-15. So the English sporting the scars of battle, and it has been ferocious. Andrew Sheridan on his haunches.
Where's he playing?
Looked like Joe Worsley leaving the field, ripping off the headgear, and
okay, all right, no problem. Okay.
Another blow for England.
I think their bench is pretty much cleared at this stage.
Has everybody patched up and be ready to go?
So Peter Richards, the blonde-haired halfback from the London Irish club, replaces Joe Worsley. That's interesting in itself. The halfback is playing at the back of the line now.
2 and 4s are on the options now, then, obviously.
Can you just clean him up? There's a bit of blood there.
Sheridan's still bleeding.
So Alan Rowland just
England are on the line.
supervising.
Thank you very much. Okay.
The blood being wiped away from the scon of Andrew Sheridan, who has dismantled more than one scrum in his day. The Boks have stood up tonight, certainly in the line-out. Here we go again. Matt Field, a mountain for South Africa.
Back though.
So less than 10 minutes to go, and the English are desperate. Gomersall and Wilkinson, the high ball midfield. Russo knocks it back. Ben Kay to his second row partner, Shaw. And Wilkinson this time the drop goal off the right foot. It won't have the distance, bounces underneath the upright, and England, well, are they out of options? Are they out of ideas?
Well, I think they are. That reeks of desperation.
They're out of reserves as well. I think from a defensive line-out perspective, South Africa got everything they want, and now know they're only going to throw 2-4.
Well, they've got to score a try, England, and let's face it, they haven't been able to score tries at the best of times, let alone against quality opposition in a World Cup final with 10 minutes to go, or 9 minutes to go.
Wilkinson can hit a target if he's got momentum. At the moment, he's lacking momentum. England are getting a little bit lateral. You feel sorry for them.
Okay. I need a replacement to Pucker on, please. He needs to be stitched on. Thank you.
Smith comes off. I'll bring on Bismarck Duplessis. He's just on for a blood bin.
So blood flowing from both camps.
Imagine Matt Field will probably take over as captain.
He's been wonderfully inspirational tonight, Victor Matfield. Carries such an aura. So as Tate finds flood, as it was in '95, a tryless Rugby World Cup final. Up to this point, Percy Montgomery.
Behind the ball, Green.
South Africa won't care about that. What they will care about is that they are in front on the scoreboard, and it's more than a converted try.
I'm very surprised if South Africa try anything inside their own half now.
Green, please. Substitution.
They'll just want to try to pin England back in their own territory. Try to make them panic a bit. Wait for the mistakes.
So Rousseau comes off. I imagine Muller will come on.
Vickers Van Heerden is the man in the white headgear. Had a 4-year exodus from Test rugby, played his first Test after that time against the Wallabies in Sydney in the Tri-Nations. He's there, and this is Matthew Tate with a little grubber.
That's a good little kick. That's exactly where the English want to be.
South African line-out, I'd love to see England try to get up here to put some pressure on. South Africa will probably just take it and drive their way out of here. Mind you, the English counter-maul has been excellent through this World Cup.
I need them on you. Step out.
They've gone for a 4+1 or a 5-man. Matfield just running the show here. Stepping them up the field. England just trying to get themselves across to slow things down. Halfback is easily within the metre, but Rowland's ignored that all night.
So South Africa have a 100% record, and that is maintained through Boita. Ben Kay flying in there, but the clearance from Butch James. Eddie Jones, well, it was green and gold tracksuit 4 years ago. Just a different shade of green.
And this is really the moment of truth for England. They're going to score a try. Got to be within the next couple of minutes.
Peter Richards looks like a deer caught in a headlight with the back of this line out. I don't think he knows what he's supposed to be doing.
So what sort of dramatic chapter might lay in store in the final 6 minutes of this match? The Springboks, they have the lead by 9. England have the territory. They hold the title.
They're going to have to work very, very hard to keep this together. They've got 7 men working against 8. Corrie tries for the pass off the back, turnover.
And it's coming apart at the seams for England. Advantage over for South Africa. Was a long kick, but didn't find touch, and Cueto does a bit of dancing himself, beats one. The English backs realign, and Wilkinson finds Toby Flood, his Newcastle Falcons teammate. Here comes Saki. Where's the bounce? Faree saves the day for the Box. Very keen at the breakdown, South Africa. Butch James clears to Dupria, who played in that under-21 side of Jake White's. World champions back then. Could it be again? We'll know in just over 4 minutes' time. Gomersall to the right, Wilkinson, a little step, and Tate takes the tackle of his opposite number. It's been a Springbok fortress, a defensive line very, very hard to crack. Toby Flood and Lawrence Delalio. Andrew Sheridan lets Gomersall do the job. That's about it for England.
They're getting lost, aren't they? They're getting sideways. Long passes hitting props. They've got to get some momentum. They've got to get it now.
So the Springboks look up with the clock and see 4 minutes left. They will get to Delalio on the tackle from Faree once again. It's back to Tate and Shooter. The hit and the spin, Berger. And the penalty, Van der Linde. The air punch, the jubilation from the bench.
You can see the D-line of South Africans was spread. They weren't even needing to counteract it. As Smith comes back on the field, and they just waited and they waited, much as England did the last couple of weeks. And they let them make the mistake. And when you've got players who are unsure what they're doing, guys are eventually going to get isolated because no one knows what pattern you're running. No one knows where to clean out.
Yeah, well, England just aren't challenging the Springboks in defence. I mean, the Springboks are comfortable, as you mentioned, Dore, just to make their tackles, wait back, don't need to give away any penalties, because the English really aren't threatening at all.
And it's a terrific shame. England have worked so hard this World Cup. They got themselves out of a massive hole when they lost to this team. They fought their way back, but it's been just a bridge too far. Some injuries taking its toll on this side, and as you have injuries and tiredness, you lose structure. That's exactly what's happened in the second half.
So Captain Courageous returns to the field of battle. Bismarck du Plessis exits stage left. Smith, captain of that under-21 World Championship side of Jake White's. This will be a monumental feather in his cap. The Box have it at the back of the breakdown, and they will be in no hurry. They've played and beaten England at the breakdown. They've dominated the line-out.
They negated the scrum enough to get through this game.
So South Africa, the realisation that glory is within their grasp. The pick and the drive. They won't mind the bruises.
And this will frustrate England so much as time gets sucked up, and South Africa just keep picking and going. England have to start taking risks right now to get a turnover.
There's less than 2 to go. England inflicted this sort of treatment on the French last week. Well, a mistake from South Africa and a scrum to pack down, but there is little time left.
It's still a mathematical chance. They've got to get us try straight off the bat, and they've got to re-win the ball. But realistically, South Africa have won this game.
So Eddie Jones said during the week that he would happily swap his silver medal for a gold medal.
I think he said he'd throw away the silver medal if he won the gold.
That moment is about to come to fruition.
It's a strange world, isn't it, that Eddie Jones now part coaching South Africa. I'm sure this is not an injury. It may be blood, but it's a nice way to get things resettled for them.
So Jake White makes his way down the race. He was the video analyst for Kitch Christie in the 1995 Rugby World Cup victory. That was sweet. This will be so much sweeter.
CJ van der Linde, I'm a little biased. He's my man of the match. He negated Sheridan, and that had a huge impact on this game.
You are biased.
It's been a wonderful performance from the Springbok forwards. Victor Matfield in the line-out. Van der Linde, Duran in the scrum. Their captain Smith, Gomersal, the pass to Flood. The kick for Saki, and Habana's been on his man all night. This time Saki makes the tackle, but
I think it's quite telling. Even when England absolutely have to score a try, they still kick it.
Brian Habana remains equal with Jonah Lomu. 8 tries in a Rugby World Cup tournament.
Well, realistically, at this stage of the game, it is their best chance of a try. It's pretty tough if you're having to play it back in your forwards. You're losing your shape already there.
So Shooter, Corrie, the mistake from Gomersal. The clock winds down. In 3 finals of Rugby World Cup football, England have only scored 1 try. That was the bounce of the ball for Lucy.
Bit of premature celebration there from some of the South Africans. They know they've got it done, and it's an amazing environment when you actually know you've got a game won. You've got to keep playing.
Roland said then this is the last scrum.
So the last scrum of the game is negotiated by Schalkberger. His father, Schalkberger Sr., played Test football for South Africa. It's a proud tradition in the Rainbow Nation. Nelson Mandela will be looking on proudly from back in that country. Dupria seals the deal, and South Africa are the Rugby World Cup champions once again. It's full time at Stade de France, and the might of South Africa, the Springboks, as hugs are emotionally exchanged. The engraver prepares to make it official.
Talk about pressure, time-wise. Don't want to get the spelling wrong.
And South Africa stood up to that pressure, especially in the scrum, Ben Darwin.
They did. They were dominant in their own line-out. They put enough pressure on the English at theirs. The scrum, massive turn-up and winning a ball. And who would have thought it 2 years ago that South Africa would be champions of the world in 2007? The rugby's been in turmoil of somewhat the last couple of years. And Jake White has managed to get together a very, very settled team, the most settled team since '98. They win a World Cup.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of about time, because they've always had a ridiculous amount of talent. But as you mentioned, politics, lack of expertise in the coaching, cultural issues within the team. They've just never been able to gel it together. And it did take a man like Jake White, who people speak very highly of, to finally, I guess, let this side reach its potential.
He is South Africa's most capped hooker as captain. And there is the score, 15-6 to South Africa. New Zealand got the ball rolling in 1987. The Wallabies in 91 at Twickenham. South Africa in front of 62,000 at Ellis Park. 43 million in their country watched on then. Jake White congratulates his men. The Wallabies in 99, Ben Tune knows what it feels like. The English in 2003, but they weren't able to go back-to-back. It is South Africa once again.
Congratulations to England.